So here's the thing about Disney. There's no way you're riding everything in one day. And if you don't know what you're doing, you'll spend more time standing in line than actually on the rides. That's why I've put together my top 10 rides for 2025. These are the ones I'd make time for no matter what. I'm going to tell you what it's actually like to ride them, some stuff you might not notice your first time, and when to get in line so you're not wasting your whole day. Alright, let's get into it. Number 10. Matterhorn Bobsleds. Between Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, the Matterhorn's been part of Disneyland's skyline since 1959. The line wraps around waterfalls and alpine gear, with the sound of bobsleds rumbling overhead. You board single file in tight quarters and head straight into icy tunnels. Wind builds, the track rattles, and suddenly you're outside whipping around the mountain with the park spread below. Inside, the abominable snowman lurks, glowing eyes, a roar in your ear, before more sharp turns and a final splashdown. The Fantasyland side's smoother, Tomorrowland's quicker and sharper. Try both if you can. It's short but intense, with that old school coaster jolt. Waits are around 45 minutes, but single rider can get you on in 10 to 15 if no one in your group is under 7. Number 9. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Big Thunder's towering red rock spires make it look like an old mining town dropped into Disneyland. You board an open-air mine car, past bats on the first lift hill, then race through caves, past waterfalls, and around desert critters. Watch for Billy the Goat with dynamite. If you're in the back, keeping your eyes on him makes the turn feel sharper. The last lift hill is chaos, explosions, shaking rocks, before one last drop sends you racing into the station. It's smooth, fast enough to thrill, and packed with little details. Posted waits hover around 50 minutes, but in the first hour you can often ride in under 15. Number 8. Peter Pan's Flight. Right by the castle in Fantasyland, Peter Pan's Flight almost always has a line. You climb into a pirate ship, and suddenly you're sailing over London. Glowing houses, the Thames, Big Ben, all in miniature. Then it's off to Neverland, Mermaid Lagoon, a volcano, and the Jolly Roger where Peter faces off with Captain Hook as Tick-Tock Croc waits below. It's short, barely 2 minutes, and feels magical every time. Average waits are around 40 minutes, so ride during parades, fireworks, or late at night when flying over London in the quiet feels even more special. Number 7. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Over in Mickey's Toontown, the ride starts before you even board. The queue's set up like an old movie theater, packed with Mickey cartoon props and posters. You step into Goofy's train and almost instantly, the car breaks apart and chaos takes over. You roll through huge, colorful cartoon scenes, a picnic in the park, a carnival, rushing rapids, even an underwater world. The trackless ride system means your car spins, slides, and takes unexpected paths, so it feels different every time. There's so much happening around you, you'll always spot something new. Lines can hit 50 minutes, and it does break down now and then, so riding earlier in the day, or locking in a lightning lane is your best bet. Number 6. Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is pure Disney classic. The ride starts slow. You're drifting through the Louisiana Bayou at night, fireflies glowing, and diners watching from the Blue Bayou restaurant. Then, you hit 2 drops in the dark, and suddenly you're in the middle of a pirate siege. Cannonballs roar overhead, a fort's under attack, and the Jolly Roger looms in the harbor. From there, it's pure pirate chaos. Singing in the streets, treasure hunts, and Captain Jack Sparrow making surprise appearances. The sets are massive, the details insane, and yes, the water has that unforgettable pirate ride smell. With boats constantly loading, waits are usually 30 to 45 minutes. Go in the evening and you can often walk right on. Number 5. Space Mountain. Over in Tomorrowland, Space Mountain is all about speed you can't see. You start with a slow climb past glowing panels and spacey sound effects, like you're inside a futuristic launch bay. Then, boom! You're launched into total darkness, stars streaking past, and every turn, drop, and twist hits without warning because you can't see the track. It's smooth but intense, and the way the soundtrack syncs with the ride makes it feel faster than it really is. In spring, Hyperspace Mountain takes over, swapping in Star Wars music and blaster effects so you're dodging TIE fighters in the dark. Lines can hit 80 minutes, so rope drop it or grab a lightning lane early. Night rides here? Absolute magic. Number 4. Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion looks calm from the outside, but once you step in, your ghost host leads you into the stretching room, where the walls seem to grow taller and the portraits reveal their darker sides. Then it's into your doom buggy, gliding through eerie yet playful scenes, a seance with Madame Leota, a ghost-filled ballroom, and an attic with a creepy bride. The graveyard finale is full of singing, dancing, spirits, and a hitchhiking ghost who tags along for the ride back. From August to January, it transforms into Haunted Mansion Holiday, with Jack Skellington and friends taking over. Lines can spike, so go early or late for the shortest waits. Number 3. Indiana Jones Adventure. Adventureland's Indiana Jones Adventure starts before you even board. The queue winds through an ancient temple, past crumbling statues, flickering torches, and old dig site gear. Once you're in the Jeep, it's non-stop action, swerving around spikes, dodging giant boulders, crossing rickety bridges, and barely escaping collapsing tunnels. The ride vehicle bounces and tilts in ways that make each trip feel different, even though the track is the same. You'll spot Indy himself trying to help, but trouble always finds you. Snakes, darts, lava, and an angry deity who's not happy you're there. It's loud, fast, and pure adventure movie chaos. Waits can hit an hour, so it's a smart one to hit early or grab a lightning lane before they're gone. Number 2. Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Tiana's Bayou Adventure takes you into Tiana's world after The Princess and the Frog. The queue's full of details. Photos from her restaurant's grand opening, shelves of ingredients, the smell of fresh beignets in the air. You board long log boats and drift into the bayou, passing musicians, fireflies, and lively critters. The music builds until the tone shifts. Dark tunnels, the sound of rushing water. Then you crest the big hill. There's a quick view at the top before a huge plunge that soaks the front row every time. The finale bursts into a Mardi Gras party packed with color, animatronics, and jazz. It's a perfect mix of classic log flume thrills and Disney storytelling, and the new details make it feel fresh, even for longtime Splash Mountain fans. Number 1. Star Wars: Rise of the Resistance. And finally, the number 1 ride in Disneyland for 2025 is Rise of the Resistance in Galaxy's Edge. It starts slow. You're walking through the rocky Resistance base, hearing pilots talking over comms, seeing ships and gear scattered around. Then you're called into a transport ship for a mission, and that's when the first surprise hits. The ship gets captured by the First Order, the doors open, and you're standing in a massive hangar filled with rows of stormtroopers. It's jaw-dropping, even if you've seen it before. From there, you're marched through the Star Destroyer's corridors. First Order officers watch you like you really are a prisoner.
You chose the wrong side, and now you will pay.
Until you're loaded into a trackless transport vehicle. This is where the ride kicks into high gear. Your vehicle races through the ship, dodging blaster fire, weaving through AT-AT walkers that tower over you, and skidding through corners as you try to escape. There's a moment where Kylo Ren himself is chasing you down, and it feels like you're seconds away from being caught. Then the escape pod's drop sequence happens. The floor literally drops under you, and you're flying back to the planet's surface, crash landing into a rush of air and sound. This is my number 1 ride because it's the closest thing to stepping into the Star Wars universe you'll get. It's huge in scale, every scene is cinematic, and it blends multiple ride systems into one seamless story. Even if you're not a big Star Wars fan, it's impossible not to walk off this ride with your jaw on the floor. And that's my top 10 list. Everyone's list is a little different, so I'm curious. What would your number one be? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more tips for making the most out of your Disneyland trip, make sure you subscribe. That's it from me then. Have the best time out there, and I'll see you in the parks.